It's been a while since I've stood on this stage, actually. The lights are brighter than I remember. Where's Felix? We okay with video, yeah?
Yeah, it's all good.
Fantastic. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody who is watching this at home, on YouTube or whatever, and you're having a hard time at school, or you're having a hard time with your parents, I just want to say, it gets better. I don't say this because I think it gets better. I say it because I know it does. Because I see it getting better every day. I say this because I've lived through change, experienced change, I've made change, and I've emerged from that change a different person than when I was your age. I've risen. It gets better because you get better, because I got better, because we all get better. Allow me now to tell you part of my story so far. The whole story, of course, would take 27 years to tell. I started primary school in 1989. Section 28 was still in force back then. This evil law, introduced by Maggie Thatcher, made it illegal for an employee of the local educational authority to promote homosexuality. That's all the law said when it was written. But the written law and the finished law as it affects you are two different things. Through interpretations and guidelines and local policies, Section 28 came to mean that a teacher would lose their job if they were to counsel a child who thought they might be gay. Section 28 made it practically impossible for a gay teacher to find work. Section 28 meant that if a kid was bullied for being gay, a teacher would often be too afraid for their job to intervene. The kid didn't have to be actually gay. The label was enough, and everybody knew it. Life under Section 28 was harsh for many kids at school, including me. I went to 3 secondary schools between the ages of 11 and 14, and in every one I was beaten daily. I left school at 14. By that point it was either leave or hang myself. The leaving was no picnic either, aside from the fact that my mother was threatened with prosecution by the same authority who had permitted my persecution. For an active mind, the loss of education is a torment in itself. I spent 2 years doing nothing and hated it. Section 28 was repealed in Scotland in 2000, though the rest of the UK waited until 2003. And since then, society has not come crashing down around our ears. Those who fought against Section 28 have saved future generations from having to go through the same hell that my generation endured. A few years ago, I sat on one of the stakeholder panels that advised the government on the shape and intents of the 2010 Equality Act. Those of us representing LGBT argued for greater provisions than the government had initially set out to grant us. We sometimes had pressure groups working against us, such as religious groups and second-wave feminists. We didn't get everything we needed, but in many ways we managed to negotiate a massive step forward. I've delivered training to the Government Equalities Office and to the youth services of local authorities in many parts of South and East England. If I'd known as a teenager that I would grow up to do this, I wouldn't have felt despair. If anything, I would have felt hopeful. Last year I wrote a film for Camden about homophobic bullying called Treading on Eggshells. I've got to tell you, that was fun. You know, that was real fun. We converted my bedroom in my flat into a makeshift film studio, and we did much of the filming in there. But we also shot on location at Ackland Burley Secondary School in Tucknell Park, North London. At the school, they had signs up in every corridor pledging zero tolerance on bigotry-related bullying, including homophobia and transphobia. The kids there were switched on. They had no problem engaging us in discussion about LGBT issues. And to see that in a school after my own experience was just mind-blowing. You know, in a few years we've seen such a change. It gets better. Like I said, I've seen it get better. It will get better because you get better. You'll finish school and you'll read about the Stonewall riot, the Compton's cafeteria riot, the secret language of Polari, and the lesbians who abseiled down the roof of Parliament. Bravery and sacrifice. I mean, people literally fought and died for the rights that you and I now enjoy. They fought knowing they'd be elderly when they saw real equality, real freedom, if they ever saw it at all. And their generations fought, my own generation fights because together we believe in something. We believe in you, your generation, your future, your kids. We believe that your generation and those that follow deserve to be treated with the same respect regardless of your gender, race, sexuality, disability or anything else. We believe that the future generations deserve equality and dignity. Thousands and thousands of individuals have made their stand, held their ground with all their strength and pushed hard for every inch, and all for you. That your generation might have something to move forward from, and that your generation might also have something to look back upon and be proud of. Because the future of your generation and those that follow was worth the struggle. It gets better. It gets better because we got better so that the world might get better for you, so that you can get better and make the world better still. So take heart, young friend, because the best is yet to come. Thank you.